Hi guys, I'm Dr. Jeremy from Sprouting Health Chiropractic and Kinesiology, and welcome to 2026. Today we're talking about symptoms, and are symptoms important? And if we have symptoms, is it better to get them early or just to ignore them for a little while? Well, I think that's probably a pretty obvious question, but let me give you some examples. So, identifying symptoms and what they mean is very, very important, and sometimes they're not obvious. Like for example, if you had a smoke blowing out of your car, does that mean the muffler's got a problem, or is there an engine problem? Well, there's probably an engine problem, so we don't really want to be treating the muffler, right? So the other thing where it's not as obvious in the human body is symptoms, for example, like I might have numbness in my hand. That might mean that I have a neck issue, for example, or pain in my arm, my left arm might mean I have a shoulder issue. So you can see that assessing symptoms and what they mean is really, really important, and the earlier we get the symptom, the better. And so now we talk about interpretation of that symptom. So what does that symptom actually mean? Well, if we don't interpret that symptom and we don't get it corrected properly, these things often phase into other issues. Like if we're talking about a mechanical car, for example, if you've got a wobbly tyre, that might affect your steering, or it might affect your brakes eventually, or it might even affect your engine performance. In the human body, there's lots and lots of things like this. Like most people don't realise that neck pain or low back pain is actually associated with depression, because the pain can cause life not to be as fun, for example. So that's another a really great little way to think about, if we let symptoms go on further and further, we can deal with bigger and bigger problems. Which brings me to the third point, and that is getting onto those little symptoms as quickly as we can and not covering them up. So the third point simply is, don't cover up or ignore your symptoms. And the easiest way to cover up symptoms for human beings is what? Take a painkiller. So if we've got symptoms and they're the same symptoms that keep coming back, don't just keep covering them up with pain medication. There's so much research that shows how much problems that causes, particularly for things like back and neck pain. So my message for 2026 is, any little niggling symptoms that you don't know where they come from, be it a body pain, a headache, a gut issue, for example, or even energy, or if you're just not feeling great, like mood emotion, let's aim to get to the bottom of that, prevent bigger issues, but also help you guys have a better life. And that's what we love to do at Sprouting Health Chiropractic and Kinesiology. So make sure you book an appointment, get in to see one of our doctors, and we'd love to see you here in 2026.